So I have a new tool release from Milwaukee Tools, some know them as Milwaukee IA, and this is a big leap forward on one of their most popular tools. And I think a lot of you are going to like this. I think a lot of you are going to have an issue with it as well. So I want to tell you what it is. I got some video, some picture, and we're just going to get into it. It seems like every year Milwaukee ends up releasing an updated rear handle saw. I remember when they didn't even have a rear handle saw. Now every year they come out with a new version of it. You're looking at that price. I know you are. We're going to talk about that here. And I think that's one of the issues that a lot of people are going to have, but I just want to get into it. What do we have today? This is the new M18 7¼ rear handle saw with one key. And there's also a really cool integrated thing that they put onto this saw, and that is called Vac-Link. Now, if you're wondering, yes, there are other updates to this saw that make it very appealing to a lot of professionals out there using this type of saw. But let me get through some of the stuff and I'll explain what they have going on. So the M18 FUEL 7¼ rear handle circular saw with the one key. Yes, the one key is going to make it a little bit more expensive, sets a new standard as the most powerful and fastest saw in its class, featuring the latest in cordless innovation. The power state brushless motor delivers 6,000 RPM, maintaining high speed through tough ripping, framing, and engineered lumber cuts. With the 2.58-inch cut capacity, this solution can cut through 3x the material in a single pass, greatly increasing productivity and reducing the need for secondary cuts. In addition to the rear handle saw enhanced performance, the speed, this saw is 1.5 pounds lighter, breaking the previous generation, reducing muscle strain and fatigue all day cutting. That is a big one. So basically what that means is if you're using one of those giant 12 amp hours on your saw, and a lot of people do, that's what these batteries are made for. Well, shaving off 1.5 pounds is a lot of extra weight for somebody that's using these all day long. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this. I'm just going to say it's up to 700 cuts per charge, reducing downtime. Now, I do want to let you know this is the M18 Red Lithium Forge HD 12 amp hour battery that they're using, and this saw is designed around the Forge battery. So yeah, this is a redesign to work with their latest technology in the battery technology area, and 6,000 RPM that's pretty real NAS-like if you ask me. Now, there's a couple other things I need to point out. This is not only a faster, more powerful saw, this is also a safer saw compared to the previous model. So they also have the new kickback protection on this saw. It is the AUTOSTOP trademark, kickback prevention. This is probably the biggest technical leap of the saw, or the biggest update for the saw. And the saw uses machine learning to detect when the blade is binding up. Now, if it senses a severe kickback event, it electronically stops the blade before it kicks back out of the material, drastically reducing the chance of the injury and getting the woodage in the face. Believe me, believe you me, you don't want the woodage in the face. Now, another thing is the one key advantage. Now, the other saw has the one key advantage. However, it's still very important to have that if you're on the job site, because you know what happens to a lot of your tools on the job site. They end up walking away all by themselves, and you can lock the tool out if it's stolen, track its location on your phone, and manage its inventory profile. So one key is a legit system that a lot of people love. And usually what happens is when Milwaukee releases a tool, they will wait for the one key version to come out because a lot of people love the one key system. Now, there is one more giant step up for the saw compared to the previous model, which adds a little bit of moolah to that price. So it's going to be up to you whether or not you think it's worth it. But let me explain. It's the Vac-Link. Now, if you don't know what Vac-Link is, I have a full video on that. I will put it at the end of this video, and it is a really good system. Milwaukee's not the only one that has something like this, but they do a really good job with it. It works very, very well. And if you're using this with a compatible dust extractor, the saw has Vac-Link, and this means the vacuum turns on automatically the second you pull the saw's trigger, and it shuts off when you release it. You don't have to manually flip the vac on and off or rely on a specialized remote. So basically, this is a smart saw now, and it's pretty much turning that vacuum on, off when you're not using the saw, or when you're using the saw, which is a very, very nice setup. So you don't have to constantly walk back and forth or listen to it all day long. Now, I do have some videos, I do have some images of this saw, but I want to talk about price first. Now, you're seeing this price right here, and this is for the kit. By the way, this is going to be released June 2026. I might be able to attach this to the shopping bag for you to purchase if you're interested in. So look for that on the video. But for the kit, what will you get for 5 $249. Well, it is right here. And by the way, I have the tool only price as well. And just so you know, there's some more specifications for your viewing pleasure. But you're going to get the saw, obviously. You're going to get one M18 red lithium forge, 12 amp hour. You're going to get the 24 tooth thick curve framing circular saw blade. And you're going to get a rapid charger. So they're not going to stick you with one of those crappy slow chargers or standard chargers. They're going to give you a rapid charger, which is pretty real nice. Like you're going to get the vacuum adapter and the blade wrench and a contractor bag. So not too bad for the kit. If you want the tool only, you're looking at $349. Now, I do want to point something out. The previous version of this, this is a Memorial Day savings right now. Actually, what's happening is because this saw is coming out, they're taking some money off of this. You're saving $50. Usually $299 down to $249. So if you just wanted the plain saw, well, you can go with the M18 FUEL rear handle for some money off. But if you want the new hotness, well, here you go. So I'm going to flip through some pictures right here. I'm going to try to make my face a little bit smaller, even though I'm sure you enjoy my face. I'm going to put it right here. And I don't know what this is. All right, so let's go through some of these pictures right here. So you can see the depth. That is the VAC-Link right here. That's going to be your button, auto stop. And it's going to hook up to the Bluetooth. So I love the VAC-Link. I think it does a really good job. I'm glad they added that. That is it looks like the attachment for the dust extraction. I mean, if you're going to go this way, you know, I know it's expensive, but you should just go the kit way because you are getting the 12 amp hour forge, which is a great battery. So there's the one key on the bottom, and there's a couple more pictures. And I do have a video. That is a nice looking saw. I don't know. That red looks pretty real nice. Like, so that's the kit right there. You're going to get that rapid charger to bag, 12 amp hour forge. I mean, here's the deal. The reason why I say get the kit is because this saw is built for the 12 amp hour. If you don't have a 12 amp hour, buy the kit. If you do have a 12 amp hour forge, I'm talking about, then you probably don't need the kit. But if you don't, buy it with the forge, because that is going to give you, like, why buy the Lamborghini without the motor? You know, without all that. And that's the one key right there. So if you don't have a 12 amp hour forge and you want to get the saw, buy the kit. If you do have a 12 amp hour forge, just buy the tool only. Oh, breaking news. Looks like they're going to have a Sidewinder here too. I don't know if I've seen that press release come over. Maybe they already announced that, but I didn't see it. I don't know. I know the rear handle's coming out. This is the Vac-Link. You see it's hooking up, but there's a Sidewinder too. So it looks like they're updating their Sidewinder as well. Did you know about that? I didn't know about that. Whatever. You see that anti-kickback? Pretty real nice, like. And then the Vac-Link. You're going to hit the Vac-Link, hooks it up to your dust extractor. I have a video on this thing. It works perfectly fine. And as soon as you let go of that trigger, boom, it's going to shut off. And as soon as you pull that trigger, it's going to kick that vacuum on. And that is freaking awesome. It's really going to help mitigate that dust. And you don't get the woodage in the face. So I really like that. How long is this video? Oh, bubble cuts, all that good stuff. Yeah. What do you think about this? I'm curious. Let me know. I'm hearing the sweet feedback. If you like this video, I'm just going to be honest with you. YouTube is not going to show you the next video. If you're subscribed, thank you. If you want to see more videos like this, get subscribed, hit the bell notification. If you can smash that like button, I would also be greatly appreciated. With that said, we will be back with more videos soon.